Hi students. So here we are starting our new paper, Medical Microbiology 1, 5th semester. So medical microbiology is the study of medically important microorganisms. And we know that microorganisms may be classified based on their relationship to their host into saprophytes and parasites. Saprophytes are free living microbes that live on dead or decaying organic matter. They are found in the soil and water and play an important role in the degradation of organic material in nature. They are generally incapable of multiplying on living tissues and therefore are of little importance in infectious disease. But we know that there are always exceptions. So however, some saprophytes like Bacillus subtilis may infect immune reduced individuals. That is, they usually cause diseases when the immunity is reduced. So they are opportunistic pathogens. And the parasites are microbes that can establish themselves and multiply in hosts. And they may be pathogens or commensals. Pathogens are microbes that are capable of producing disease in the host, whereas commensals, they live in complete harmony with the host without causing any damage to the host. The normal microbial flora on the human body are commensals. They are very important and we can't live without these normal floras. And we'll see about some terminologies used in medical microbiology paper. First one is infection. And the lodgement and multiplication of a parasite in or on the tissue of a host constitute infection. It does not invariably result in disease. In fact, disease is a rare consequence of infection. Okay, so it is a common natural event. It may happen. It depends on many factors that we'll see in the next videos. Okay, we can classify infection in various ways. Initial infection with a parasite in a host is termed primary infection. That is, first time a person getting infection by a new pathogen. That is primary infection. Subsequent infection by the same parasite in the same host are termed reinfections. When a new parasite sets up an infection in a host whose resistance is lowered by a pre-existing infectious disease, then it is termed secondary infection. So, secondary infection always depends on a primary infection. That is, primary infection reduces the immune power of a host so that he gets a secondary infection. Then the term focal infection indicates a condition where due to infection or sepsis at a localized site such as appendix or tonsils, generalized effects are produced. And when the patient already suffering from a disease, a new infection sets up from another host or another external source, it is termed cross infection. So it is not depending on primary infection, but he gets more than one disease. Okay. Then if the cross infections occurring in the hospital, then it is called nosocomial infection. Cross infection occurred from the hospital is nosocomial infection. The term iatrogenic infection refers to physician-induced infections resulting from investigative, therapeutic or other procedures. Then in some cases, the parasite following infection may remain in the tissues in a latent or hidden form and it may get proliferated and produces disease when the host resistance is lowered. Then it is termed latent infection. And based on the clinical effects, we can classify into different varieties. Inapparent infection is one where the clinical effects are not apparent. Okay, inapparent or subclinical. Then atypical infection is one in which the typical or the characteristic clinical manifestation of the particular infectious disease are not present. So these are the basic classification. We'll see the next sources of infection in the next video. So be safe in the home. Thank you.